All right, let's get into the shits. So a few days ago, I made a video about the Intergalactic trailer, and boy, did people get upset. Upset. But that is not the fault of the viewer. That is actually my fault. I apologize to all the viewers that watched it. I didn't really do a good job of expressing my personal opinions on the trailer. I did a lot of talking about my understanding of why other people would be upset, and didn't really go in depth about what I thought. So it made it seem as if I personally was angry about the main character and everything. If you want to make a woman that looks like this as your main character, there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Do it. I'll still play the game as long as it's an action game and it's cool and it's fun. But just make it a good game. You know, if you want to. So I wanted to make this video to clarify a few things and respond to the comments that I got. Again, no, I'm not upset at anybody. I love debate. I love people who I love when people disagree. And thankfully, I said it in my video that if you disagree with me, I want you to explain why you disagree with me. And everybody except for one single person, everybody explained why they disagreed with me. Hats off to you, the real MVP. I will always respect somebody who disagrees and explains why they disagree. So with all that being said, let's get into what I think about the trailer. So real quick, let's address the first thing. Do I not like the main character based off of her appearance? No, I don't. I don't have any issue with the main character looking the way she does. I made some jokes about the fact that she looks like Jada Pinkett and Vin Diesel's daughter, and I stand by them. I'm not taking those back. They funny to me, but that doesn't mean that I hate the game or whatever. I'm fine with her looking like that, having a badass female. It doesn't bother me at all, in the least at all. What I was trying to say in the video is that I understand from the perspective of somebody who feels like every single time we get a female in a game, they always seem to look a certain way, and I understand it. However, just because I understand it does not mean that I agree with it. Me personally, again, this does not bother me in the slightest. So like my initial reaction to the trailer was just like, oh, okay, this is pretty cool. And then in my video, I talked about how at first I didn't see what the problem was, why people were so upset about it, until I looked up the comic book covers. Again, I was like, I see why people are upset, but I also up or whatever. So I was like, well, if it's based off the comic books, why are people all upset? So now I do also want to address the whole thing with the comic thing. I saw somewhere that apparently the game was supposed to be based off of the comic books that you collect in the game. I couldn't get definitive confirmation on that. So fair to the people that were saying the two have nothing to do with each other. Fair point. I have to try to find like concrete, proof that those two are that. I didn't say that they were, but that was my understanding of it. So because that was my understanding of it, I was like, okay, they changed her from this to this. And see, that's my thing, is like, I don't ever really care if you create a new IP or whatever and you want to make your character look like this. Cool, I don't really care. But my personal issue is whenever you take and again, this is with the mindset that they were basing these two characters are the same person. Whenever you take an already established thing and change the character, that's what I care about. Now, because I don't have that long-standing history with Naughty Dog or whatever, I'm not that invested in the character on the comic thing. I know in the video it makes it, I made it kind of seem like I was like, oh my god, but it's YouTube showmanship, whatever. Like I'm not really tripping that hard really about it. I don't really care. All I care about is the game going to be good? And from what I saw, and I said it in my video, I think it looks awesome. The gameplay we saw at the very end looked amazing. It looks exactly like the type of thing that I would love. The fact that it's a woman, bald hair, whatever. I'm gonna make my jokes. I'm black. We talk shit, but I'm gonna make my jokes. But I don't really care. It's not really it's not bothering me at all. Now, with that being said, again, I understand why other people would be upset. I'm not mad at them for being upset. Now, so even though I'm making this video clarifying that I'm not on that side of everything is woke and we need to take it back, like I'm not one of them people. Even I know I made it seem like I was, but I'm really not. However, I understand their candor. I do. You know, they feel like I said in my video, there's like a ratio that it seems like it's like most of the women, it feels like most of the time when they try to make women seem a certain way, it always ends up being like this versus what the other ones are like. So like E from Stellar Blade or something like that. Now, are those guys horny? Sure. Are they maidenless? Do they need to find a girlfriend? Maybe. I'm not really on that wavelength of it. I'm sure some of them have girlfriends and stuff like that. It's just, you know, guys want to play as beautiful women, whatever, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'd say one of my issues would be like if you're the kind of person that would say, I'm not going to play the game because of the fact that the character looks like this. Like she would have to look like Eve or what's the chick from Nier Automata, 2B. They have to look like that for the game to be good. That to me is crazy. The way a character looks has nothing to do with the gameplay. It could maybe have an effect on the story, whereas like, you know, it's like, say, take this girl here. She could be shaving her head for some kind of plot point, who knows? That could maybe be a story thing, but even then, it's like, you know, as long as the story is well written, who cares? So I hope that kind of clears up my personal standing on it. I apologize for not really doing the best work at expressing my personal opinion. I spent way too much time talking about how I understand how other people feel, and I didn't talk enough about myself. That's something I'm just trying to get better at. You know, it's YouTube. You live, you learn, you make mistakes, you get better, is what it is. So now we get into the part of the video where I respond to the specific comments that you guys wrote up. I will try to have the timestamp so that way if you come in and you want to see your specific comment get reacted to, I'll try to do that. Like because I did this before in the Vegeta is not real difficulty video. That was another fun one. And it always creates good dialogue, even though people can disagree. It always makes good dialogue. Okay, let's take with this first one. I'm just picking them randomly when I see them. SR Raitama 9412. Hopefully I'm saying that right. The trailer didn't show anything woke. The trailer didn't hate on any men or anything. So what's the problem there? Bald woman, that's the problem. I don't know. When I watched Alien, I'm gonna skip that. No one had issue with the main character going bald in Alien or whatever. Anyway, the reason why people, or I shouldn't say people, guys, because we're talking about guys here, and this is me not talking about me, I'm just saying this is how I see guys having an issue with it, is because when they're playing as a bald female character, and I don't know if it's necessarily, it's like I had said to one person, it's not necessarily the fact that she's bald, it's because of the fact that she's muscular and she's bald. So those two things together kind of make the guys feel like they're trying to go with the whole trans type of thing. You know what I'm talking about? It makes them, I don't want to necessarily say uncomfortable, but it's just they don't like it whenever they want to play as a woman, or sorry, not when they want to play as a woman. When they play as a woman, they want to be able to admire the way that she looks when they play. You can make the argument whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's the truth. Guys, not all guys, obviously, but guys like to look at conventionally attractive things. You can say that that's not true. However, we have things like DLC, and that sells like gangbusters. So obviously, guys like to look at pretty stuff. Now, branching off of that, is the trailer woke? With the new terminology, or the new way of using the word woke, yes, it's woke because it's not a traditionally attractive woman. The thing is, there's nothing wrong with her looking the way that she does. think a lot of guys, and it's really guys, I'm trying not to just put this all on the guys that say that, because there are also all women that think this way too, but they get so fixated on the way the character looks because it's not necessarily, it's about what they look like, but it's what they represent. And what it represents is the way gaming has been, or I should say in their head, the way gaming has been going. You know, they feel like every single game has some kind of a message, and they're not entirely wrong, because sometimes when games come out, the devs will go out on a tirade on Twitter and talk about how certain people that think a certain way need to stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it whenever they see a character like this, it kind of brings them back to that time when they got cussed out by a dev. Honestly, sometimes needlessly, like some of these devs be tripping also. People be tripping on either side, but it brings them back to that. So then when they see characters that look like this, it just, it brings them back, and they're like, oh my God, here we go again with this. So is it actually woke? No, really? And the reason why I think that it's not woke is because we haven't seen anything else other than the fact that she's bald and has muscles. She's bald, she has muscles, she's supposed to be some kind of a bounty hunter type of thing. So yeah, she's gonna be fighting, she's gonna have muscle tone, she's not always going to, again, you're not always gonna look like, a runway model. She's got her hair cut, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, let's look at this one. Nick Blood 7080, who, this is actually a secondary response to something I said where I was talking about how people shouldn't be censored because of what they say within reason. I was saying that I didn't like the fact that they muted the comments when they first released it. I think that the company, the community, the gaming sphere should be able to say what they want about your game when you put the trailer out, whether it's good or bad. You shouldn't mute them within reason though. And that's what he's referring to. So he says, keyword within reason. People attack the actors too much, like 100,000 times too much. So I get Naughty Dog turning the comments off to protect them. Hundreds if not thousands of people should get fined, if not serve some community service jail time for the fucked up shit they said to Laura Bailey. I don't know what they said to, I don't know who Laura Bailey is. I can't think off the top of my head who that is. But okay, so the whole thing about attacking the actress, I don't know if the actress for Interstellar for Intergalactic got attacked. That is wrong. You shouldn't attack the actress because she just played a part. All right, let's relax. All right, calm down. Why are you attacking the actress? If that's what actually happened, whoever's doing that, y'all gotta go somewhere. Y'all gotta chill. You can't get mad at the actress for just playing her part. Now, some actresses, actors, devs, whatever, some of them be asking for it. Some of them ask for people to come after them because, like I said earlier, they go on Twitter, they go on a tirade and start talking all kinds of crazy. They invite all of that to them. So you can't, while we can say, and I haven't done any research on that, but if the trailer came out and they just immediately attacked the actress, yeah, they gotta chill. But if she were to, let's say hypothetically, before the thing came out, she was on Twitter talking all kinds of shit, whatever, can't really be mad at people for going on the attack. You really can't, because you came for them. Okay, the next one would be Fang3D saying your overall argument just seems really weak in regards to the baldness of the character. And you are right. You are absolutely right. Because, and this isn't my argument, this is me arguing for, you're right, it is a weak argument. Because it's stupid, in my opinion, it's stupid to not play a game because the female's bald. Like, stuff, very surface level stuff like that should not, in my opinion, should not stop you from playing a game. That on its own. Now, if you couple that with bad gameplay, then in my opinion, the gameplay is what you're mad about. The baldness of the character is just kind of some extra sauce on it, but that shouldn't be the main reason why you don't play a game. However, in the, let's say in the circumstance of like, let's say if a game comes out and the whole thing is about, and we don't see any gameplay about it. We don't see any gameplay. We just see something like what we saw with Intergalactic. Let's say she's basically she's a woman that's going to be turning, I don't know, like, let's just say, like, the trans thing is really easy to use as an example. Let's say it's like we get the feeling that the whole story is going to be about her transitioning. That's not really going to appeal to the vast majority of people. So it's understandable that they wouldn't want to play it without even seeing the gameplay. Like, it's just like, I don't really want to do that. Just saying, they would be like, I don't really want to do that. It's not like a story that I'm really interested in. But I agree with you. The argument that because she's bald or because she's muscular or because she looks like Vin Diesel, that means that the game, you shouldn't play the game, and we should boycott it and stuff like that. You're right. It's a weak argument. All right, let's get one from somebody who's on the other side of the fence. You can make a good-looking, strong, manly female character. Just look at V from Arcane. But this one ain't it, Chief. Still excited for a new Naughty Dog space game, though. To be honest, I just don't like to play as someone with an ugly face, man or woman. And that's totally fine. See, people should be able to say whether they think a person is attractive or not, just as you are allowed to say that you think that they're wrong. You can say that they're wrong, they can say they feel a certain way, whatever. It's like, people should be able to say that without getting attacked. And it can start a great dialogue on why a person would like this or that or whatever. The real question is are you one of those people that would basically boycott the game because they just had a bald female character? That's what's truly important. Not necessarily about whether she's attractive or not. Just, will you is that one singular thing the reason why you won't play? You know, let's say hypothetically in 2 years or whenever this game comes out. Actually, I think it's supposed to be next year. I can't remember. But whenever this game comes out, let's say from here till then, we get no crazy tweets from devs. They don't trip out. They don't call anybody names. It's just from here on, the only people talking are the people. I think the people who, you know, watch these YouTube videos where they're like, everything is woke, it's woke. People who watch that and agree with it, they're not necessarily wrong. They're not necessarily wrong for feeling the way that they do. I just personally would hope that they look at the gameplay of it and the story. As long as the story is not, you know, obviously not the feminist, like, I'm strong because I'm a woman. If it's just, you know, just a cool space sci-fi story, you know, what can we complain about at that point? Oh my God, she's bald. Like, really? Like, and I'm not saying this guy, Lord Worst, is saying that. It doesn't seem like he is. He's basically saying, you know, he's excited. He said he's excited for a new Naughty Dog game. He doesn't want to play as someone with an ugly face, and that's fine. No, that's his opinion. It's like, you know, you people should have the freedom to vote with their wallet. If he decides not to buy the game, there's nothing wrong with that. If he decides to buy the game, there's nothing wrong with that. The real issue is people who on either side get mad at somebody for not playing it. You know, it should really be like, you know, okay, you didn't play this, or you didn't play this game, or you play this game for this or whatever. What's your reasoning? And if they are able to at least articulate the reason why, I can respect that. You know, I just look for people who are on either side of the fence that can articulate why they feel the way that they do, whether they're for or against it. People who just their only way to articulate their opinion is literally just because it's woke, the gaming sphere is under attack. Those people, listen, y'all gotta go to bed. All right, go to bed. You need a nap. All right. You can feel like everything is woke, but please be able to articulate actually why you think that stuff is woke. That's all I really got. Pretty much the rest of the comments all echo some of the same things of the other comments I already picked, so I would just be basically repeating myself with them. So that's how I feel. That's how I personally feel about the trailer. Again, I apologize for not really articulating that the best way. I was too into trying to be fun, you know, have fun, make jokes and stuff like that, and didn't realize that I didn't really talk about my personal feelings. I was talking more about how I understand how other people feel. I will do better in the future. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, no. One more thing, because I wanted to check something, because what was it? Somebody said something. Arsenal Cats, I read your message. I totally forgot about you specifically, because I saw your message and I saw you put up about how people were talking about I can fix her. People were making like I can fix her posts or something like that. Right here, I've seen all the I fixed her for you posts on Twitter, and to be honest, I prefer the OG design. Why would she have fake nails, makeup, and uncomfortable push-up bra? Okay, so real quick, I read this while I was on my way home from work to, like, I just got back from work, and I saw that and I was like, I don't know. So you're gonna see this in real time. I'm gonna look this up. I meant to talk about this in the video, because, and I purposely didn't look it up because I wanted to see what they were talking about. I mean, I'm looking here in the media. Is there somewhere else I should be looking? Oh, this person's like talking about how, oh wait, hold on. This might be what we're talking about here. Get out of here. Hold on, I'm sorry. Let me do something here. Okay, so this is what we're doing. Look, all right, let's talk about it. Let's talk. So this is what y'all talking about. This is what you were talking about. Bam. Okay. Is she attractive? Sure. Is she conventionally attractive? Would I date her? Absolutely. However, come on, man. Like, just because listen, just because you throw the hair on her and you like give her hair isn't what makes it better. Hair doesn't make the story better, because the thing is, we don't know why she shaved her head. And again, let's just say hypothetically, this is based off Savage Starlight. If let's say she shaved her head for a reason in the story, that doesn't make any sense. You don't have to fix it, because it's their vision. You have to, whether you like it or not, whether you like the design choice they chose or not, it's still their vision of the game. I want them to have their vision for whatever it is that they wanted to do with the story or something. I want to try to find some like some people talking about it. Like, what was their cats? I'm not seeing any more like other way. That's like the only picture that I've seen. Okay, I'm gonna respond to this post right here. Say, honestly, the biggest issue with Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet by Naughty Dog, is that the character just comes across as completely unlikable in the trailer. In the design to the unappealing personality, and the punctuation was off there. And you got problems, just not a character I'd like to play as. Okay, so this kind of echoes the last comment that I read. It's fine if you wouldn't want to play as her because of the way that she looks. But as far as the unappealing of personality, and maybe I'm missing something, but what about her personality was unappealing? Hold on, let me go back to the video. Okay, let's look at this real quick.
Again. Superstitions. No. Superstitions are the crazy rumors about what happened on that planet. These are facts. You worry too much. You know what I worry just the right amount. I say we wait for him to leave, or how about?
What about this was unlikable? What about her personality was unlikable?
I'm wasting my time, aren't I? Can you please claim him? I don't need another hunter swooping in. Who is swooping?
Okay, so I'm just gonna go, okay, listen. What about that is unlikable about her personality? She talks like what a bounty hunter would talk like. Like if she was a guy, if she was a guy saying the literal exact thing, the literal word for word, the exact same thing. And again, this is me now. This is me saying this. The exact same lines wouldn't be any fucking different coming out of a man's mouth. The only reason it's unlikable is because it's a woman, and she's not. And sorry, not just because she's a woman, not just because she's a woman. It's because she's a non-conventionally attractive woman. So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. If 2B or Eve, we've played both those games, so we understand what their personalities are like. Let's just say their personalities are like this. Would it be better? Would it honestly be better? What would be the difference? Like, there's like, I was thinking, like, when I saw like the unlikable thing, I was like I thought I was gonna be like, okay, maybe I missed something, maybe she said something, but it's like, no, she has a laid back, cocky attitude, which is what I would expect a bounty hunter to act like. She's acting just like what a bounty hunter would act like, whether she's a woman or a man. And really, this person tells on themselves, because then they go right into 2B is what they would want. So it's like, it's obvious. Or I shouldn't say it's obvious, because I don't want to speak for somebody, but to me, it seems like it's obvious that the reason why is literally just because of the way that she looks. Because if 2B was the one saying it, then it would be okay. Which in this case, these are the ones that I get why people were, this is why people are like, that are on the other side of the fence are like, y'all gotta fucking chill. Like, there's nothing wrong with this. I didn't go on Twitter to look at anybody's like anybody else's comments. I was looking like on YouTube ones. So like now I'm seeing people putting pictures with their stuff. And like I said earlier, I was like, I understand why they feel the way they do. I just don't agree with it. I didn't even realize her Adidas were glowing. That's pretty cool. Somebody else saying she looked like Jada Pinkett. I'm telling you, she looked like Jada Pinkett. Oh boy. Oh shoot, wait, the story leaked? I'll read it and then maybe I'll do a video on talking about it, but I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm not gonna do that to nobody. I don't even know. Actually, never mind. I don't even know if I want to read it because I'm actually excited about the game. Okay. Well, I'm gonna cut it there. Now, with the new me seeing right here, I guess the story leaked or something. So if the story is bad and it contains a bunch of quote unquote woke type of stuff and it's actually like woke, then we can make the argument that the game is going to be bad. But like I said before, her design, I have no issue with it. I think it's really cool, especially her outfit in the laser sword. That's the whole thing with the laser sword being audio waves is really cool. But okay, I see what's going on out there in the intergalactic streets. Anyway, like I said before, anyway, get in the comments, let me know what you think about the Intergalactic. Give me more comments about what you think about it, especially now that I've clarified exactly how I feel about it. I don't really expect to see too many people like going off now that I've gone more in depth about what I personally think. But you know, who knows? We'll see. But I'll see y'all in the next one. I'll think about how I want to approach this whole thing with the story, because the thing is, it's like if I go watch some people talk about it, either I'm gonna get spoiled or it's like, you know, they're gonna put their own sauce on it. So it's like, am I really getting exactly what it actually is? I don't want to read it because I don't want to spoil myself because I actually want to play the game. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all take care.